Rob, a convincing win in the end for you this afternoon for the first win of your tenure as well. Some style to do it in, really. But what's your immediate sort of reflection on that?
Really, really pleased. Obviously, the result's an outstanding result, but I think I'm more pleased with the performance and I'm more pleased with the lads' application and taking on what we've asked them. You know, we changed the shape, we've changed the style of play to reflect more my identity, Louis' identity, and what we want to see from the team going forward. And they've took that on in their stride. And each to a man stepped up in every position, every way, substitutes, everyone involved. And I think that's the pleasing thing for me, is that from what we've asked of the lads, all the work we've done this week in terms of the new shape, in terms of the intensive runs and breaking lines, the lads have took that on, and I'm really pleased for them because they've got their reward today, especially the front lads, and obviously lads at the back keeping a clean sheet. Adding that solidity that we wanted, that structure, that compactness was really good. And yeah, I think we haven't won for a few games, but we never get too high or too low when we're here. And I think we need to understand that that consistency is key, and the results will come if the performances are right. So overall today, really, really pleased.
Yeah, I mean, mentioned in the build-up as well, I suppose that when you have a couple of games or results don't go your way, that some people might start pointing to confidence lacking and things like that. But if you're watching the game today, I mean, it wouldn't really seem apparent that there's any kind of lack of confidence, as you said, basically on Friday.
Yeah, no, exactly, there wasn't. And it's just a case of, I think the biggest thing for me is the platform to allow the lads to express themselves. Obviously, Billy Chadwick come in today and added an extra dimension to us. With Marcus missing, you could look at that as losing the top goal scorer in the league and at the club, but Billy stepped up, and it just shows the strength we've got and the depth we've got, and each to a man. Sometimes you don't see, obviously, the work that goes in off the training pitch and the mentality that these lads have to have, and that's why I always knew we'd come good and we'd be fine. But again, without getting too low, you also don't want to get too high. It's one very good performance, and it's a good stepping stone. But we've still got 3 very tough games in the next 7 days from Saturday. So 3 very tough games in 7 days from next Saturday, away to very, very, very good teams. So it's a fantastic starting point for us, but we need to keep working hard. We need to develop, and we especially need to nail down them concepts from today to make sure that we're even more solid and we're even more effective.
Yeah, and you mentioned Billy there as well. Obviously, he's going to take a good deal of the plaudits, getting a hat-trick and man of the match. Obviously, playing down the middle, where I think he's probably been playing out wide a little bit sometimes in a bit more of a 10 role. This is probably the first time he's kind of played as a 9, really. But pleasing, I imagine, from your point of view, that when he's had that chance, he's very much taken it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Marcus doing so well playing that 9. It's obviously been tough for Aidan and Billy and lads that want to play there, but he's come on, he's took his chance, and that's my pleasing thing. That it's not been easy for Billy since he's come in. He's had a couple of injuries when he first come in, and probably not got the minutes he thinks he wants. But all you can do is take your chance, and I think that's huge credit to him. I decided not to play Aidan today because he took quite a nasty whack in training on Tuesday. He trained yesterday, and I didn't want to put him at risk because I know Aidan. He's an unbelievable lad, and he's so desperate to do well for the team that he would have sacrificed himself. And I'm not going to allow him to do that, if that makes sense. So as disappointed as he was, he'll get his chances and he'll get his opportunities here, because Aidan's been unbelievable since he's come in, considering where he's come from to where he is. So yeah, Billy went in there, and all I can say is that he's shown everything that I sort of seen and watched of him for the last few months before we signed him, because he was someone that I did do a lot of work on, and he's shown today like there's an exciting. He's got some very exciting traits, and he knows where the goal is. However, it's just one game, and as buzzing as I am for him, we need to make sure that going on this week we just keep working hard and keep nailing it down, so that fitness, understanding levels, Conor McBride the same in terms of in that 10 position. All the lads, no matter who it is, whether they started, whether they come off, or whether they're one in the squad, just need to keep getting better and need to have that understanding, so that no matter who plays, we keep getting that positive output.
Yeah, and a couple of little possible sort of injury problems. Obviously, Conor McBride and Joe Grayson got taken off. Is there anything sort of to speak on them at the minute, or is it a bit too early to kind of say? It's
a little bit too early. I think Joe's had this problem before, so he usually settles down quite quickly, so we'll have to assess him for the weekend. Conor, I think, was just a bit of cramp. His output, I think, his desire to do that extra bit of running, break lines, I think it was probably he probably was a bit over exuberance. I think I used that word before. But I'll take that. You can always reel that back in and try and get that out of someone. So no, hopefully Connor's fine, just a bit of cramp, and we'll assess Joe. But he's had this issue before, so it's not too much of a major issue for us. But obviously with Tinks being injured, Mags being injured, we need to assess that situation at the back. But I think one person who stood out for me especially today was Louis Story, and the fact that he's been in and out the team recently, but he epitomises the mentality of someone who, when you are taken out the team, how you react, how you train, and how you apply yourself and sacrifice yourself for the team. So not only is he trying to help me with the coaching and the concepts and training, he's then obviously having to deal with himself, getting ready to play, and I thought he was immense today, along with everyone else, Lofty, Kenton, Boots, Ed. I won't name everyone, but I think Louis needs a special mention because the work he does for this football club, it really needs to be appreciated by everyone and understood. He's also running the junior academy, etc. So, very, very proud of him, not only as my mate, but as a player today, because he's a big reason why we got a clean sheet.